Hello everyone and welcome to our first E3 2021 minisode. It's just me and Chris
Oop.
for these sections. Hello Chris.
Hi, that's me.
So we're just basically co-hosts for this time. Nick and Bear won't be joining us for these little minisode kind of segments, but they will join us for a full episode next time. So yeah, we're just going to be doing like 15-20 minute little snippet episodes where we talk about what's happened at E3 and go over like different companies and what they're showing off and all that kind of good stuff. Today, we're starting with Ubisoft because Ubisoft were the first to
Ubisoft.
go. Ubi. I don't know. I say Ubisoft. Other
I
people
say
say
both.
Ubi. Ubi and Ubi. But yeah, so we've got a few games to go through. There was a very surprising game. A couple of ones we knew coming, some gameplay, an announcement, the basic stuff. So, first of all, before we get started, did you
Oh,
have any
before we do get
prediction?
started, what?
Oh, carry on, carry on.
Before we do get started, obviously there are small things that we may skip. We're just talking about the big things.
Yeah. Not to not put a dampener on the smaller companies or indies. We might mention a few, but it's mainly we're going to be going over like the wow factor, the big companies, the big games. Obviously, little things you might have to look into yourself. Xbox was the biggest out of all the days. We will talk about that next time. We're looking at about 3 minisodes total. So yeah, watch this one, watch the next one, watch the one after, kind of like that. We'll be doing Ubisoft, Xbox, Bethesda, Square Enix, and Nintendo because Capcom kind of fell flat. We'll mention that.
Pretty flat.
Yeah, we'll mention that on the third episode though. But yes, we just not to obviously take away from indie companies. I love indie games, but yeah, it's just we want to go over the main things. So, first up, the big surprise that no one saw coming was there's literally an Avatar game coming out. I'm not talking about like Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's Avatar as in
James Cameron, the blue
exactly
people.
the blue people. What they call the Navi. I think
I
they call
can't
the
remember.
Navi.
I haven't seen that. I watched the movie once. I didn't like it. I haven't seen it since.
I saw it in 2009 in the cinema, looking right up at the screen because I was stuck in the front row, 3D. It was a good film, but yeah, it was cool. A bit weird that like 12 years later we're getting a game. It's an open world RPG Ubisoft game. It's called Avatar
Something of Pandora.
Pandora Frontiers or Frontiers of Pandora. I haven't looked too much into it because they literally just had an initial trailer. There's a reveal trailer, and it looks pretty good. You got to think it's going to be similar to Valhalla, probably better graphical fidelity and performance by the time it comes out. Because I think it's next year, 2022, they confirmed it for, in line with
Yes.
Avatar 2.
I wonder if it's gonna have any links to the movies.
Well, Judge, I think you play as a unique character. I don't think you play as what was his name? Sully?
Hey, you could still have one of the characters pop up saying, "Hey everyone, it's me."
Is it Sully? Jake Sully. Jake Sully, that's his name. Yeah, they can still pop up. I mean, it looks quite interesting. It does look good. I'll definitely pick it up. I don't know if I'd buy it day one, but it looks like something different. And Ubisoft are
I'll
working
wait
on.
for reviews as well. I always wait for
Yeah.
reviews, but this one definitely.
I always find that Ubisoft make very good games, but that it's rarely they make a perfect game or a masterpiece. They're either good or very good, and it's kind of a back
Yeah.
and forth. But yeah, that was the big surprise that no one expected. There is like a mini surprise. It won't be as many people like no one would expect it, but it's not as big of a game at the end. I'll talk about. Yeah, we had the Avatar game late next year. Looks strange, in line with the film. Kind of took everyone by surprise. Like open world RPG is all they've said so far. So that's all we can go on. Next, we had a lot of like games we knew that were coming and gameplay kind of thing.
We saw
So
the new Rainbow Six.
which has changed its name. It was actually supposed to be Rainbow Six Quarantine, I think it was called. And everyone thought it was zombies, like just zombies. The rumors were it's like a 3-player zombie shooter.
But given
And
the current circumstances, I think that's why they changed it.
Possibly, possibly the pandemic and the quarantines and everything like that possibly impacted the. I don't know where that word came from. I
We're
just had a
creating new
smooth.
words here.
It's been a long day and I've had a smoothie. I feel like my mouth's sticky. Don't look into that. But yeah, impacted it. So it's now called Rainbow Six Extraction, which sounds like you're going to the dentist. But anyway, it's Rainbow Six Extraction. It's still the same basic premise, except it seems to be aliens now.
Oh
Like,
man.
yeah, I watched the initial trailer, and we watched some gameplay. I'm not again. We're just going off what we've initially seen. There's probably loads of info about everything we're going to mention. Like if you dive into articles, we're just talking about what they showed us. Because like I said, I'm not going to sit here and go through 5 hours of articles to pick out little key points. But yeah, it's coming out 2022 again, I think. And yeah, it looks interesting. It looks like it might be 3 to 4 people now. They might up the members, and it's going to be an online PvP PvE situation with like aliens. There's not really anything to do with the story at the moment. It's very up in the air. It looks a bit strange,
Hmm.
but at least it's not another zombie game because zombie games are overplayed. And I
Yeah, some
imagine,
games will be done.
yeah, it's just there's just too many zombie games these days. Like Aliens, okay, I like
No, no, no.
Aliens.
We're going off topic. No, no, no. No zombie game talk. We're off topic.
I'm not just gonna say I want dinosaur games, but yeah, we're gonna keep it strict because we're trying to keep these like little
Maybe we'll be
segments.
talking about the dinosaur game in the next few episodes.
I can't remember why
Wink,
we would
wink.
be talking about it, but maybe. um, but yeah, Rainbow Six Extraction. It's basically just a side project. It's nothing to do with like Siege or anything like that. It's its own game. I imagine it will come to Ubisoft Plus day one because it's kind of their own Game Pass.
Yeah.
I think you can pre-order now and everything. It looks cool, looks interesting. I don't know if it's something I'd buy. Um, I really like Rainbow Six Vegas 2. That was my favorite,
Oh,
and
Vegas 2 was great.
I did play Rainbow Six. What was the other one? It was before Siege. There was something. I swear there was something between Vegas and Siege. I've
I can't remember. The only Rainbow Six games I played was the Vegas games.
or it might have been Tom Clancy. I'm thinking about. I'm not sure. Like another Tom Clancy game, but yeah, that's another Ubisoft game. We've got gameplay and like a re-reveal and some like trailer, and yeah, it gave off like a Dark Zone Division vibe until we saw the aliens. And next we have Riders Republic, which we all knew was
This is
coming.
this is one that I want to delve in because this looks like something that I would probably buy and actually might if it comes out good enough.
Okay, let's hear your thoughts on it, Chris.
It looks like a kind of like a motocross mixed with steep kind of game. It's got biking, which is like motocross. It's got snowboarding, it's got skiing, and it's got a wingsuit.
Oh, there's
Well,
also I'm pretty sure there's rollerblading
I'm not sure if
and
it's rollerblading, but I do know is that they've got open world recreations of all sorts of national parks around the US that you can go do all these things on.
yeah, it's like a conjoining of multiple areas into one map. It's basically steep, but not all in the snow. They've like branched out to be like bikes, all of the kind
Yeah,
of sports, like mountain sports and off-road sports. I don't think there's anything as big as like a. You wouldn't go in a car. I know there's like kind of paragliding with like the propeller on the back. I don't know what you call that.
yeah.
And yeah, and I think there probably will be scooters, roller skates, and all these weird things. But the main thing they're going with is like biking and I imagine this like skateboarding or longboarding or something. But it's
We haven't seen much gameplay yet outside of the trailers, but it does look pretty fun. It comes out on in September. It's
ooh,
available for pre-orders, and I'm considering it. If it comes out really good, I probably will end up getting it.
I will definitely give it a go on Ubisoft Plus because I imagine it'll be on that straight away. And then
Oh
if I
no,
like it,
100%. These games will all be going to Ubisoft Plus.
and then I'll just maybe buy it, depending what everyone is going to get it on. It looks like it's more sports, more environments. Like I like Steep. It was very strictly one thing, which was the
There
issue with
is
it.
a career mode as well, where you can go take part in all sorts of like these sorts of competitions, like the X Games or some Red Bull
Yeah,
competitions.
there was a lot of create tournaments and stuff, and there's a lot of character customization again.
And through that, you can also get points, you can have leaderboards, you can unlock quote unquote in game sponsorships.
But yeah, if you like Steep, this is just more of the same slash different, like new stuff. It looks like a
And it's
progression.
got crossplay and cross progression. So if you want to get it
Oh,
on the
has it?
Xbox One, you can. So if you want to get it on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One, you just get your progress saved and push it
Oh
over to the
yeah,
next gen.
because it's Ubisoft Plus. It will be Ubisoft Connect, won't it? So it'll be
Yeah.
that's perfect. That
So
is,
it's
yeah,
all in the cloud syncing.
that's great. I'll probably end up getting an Xbox because it was something you can get it on too. So I mean, if not, we can always do it crossplay out on Ubisoft Plus, and you have it on Xbox and other
And
people.
it's got a free upgrade for the next gen as well. So when you do eventually upgrade.
Oh yeah, because it's both systems, but yeah, you can upgrade. Yeah, but yeah, there was like a deep dive thing where they were just basically explaining like how it's the same and a bit different, and like the different vehicle kind of types and what you can do in the
Yeah.
environments. They were all showing that off. It was pretty cool. What exact date was it? Was it September? Did they give a date, or was it just?
September 2nd. September the 2nd.
Ah, that's not too far then. Yeah, that's that. I am looking forward to that. It's going to be like a nice little mess around game. And moving on, we got something that I don't think is a surprise because it got leaked, and I don't particularly care about, but a lot of people seem to like it. There's a Mario and Rabbids 2 sequel coming out. Looks very weird, very different. The Rabbids just come across to me as like the minions. They're a bit annoying to me,
Yeah,
but
rabbits are like minions, but
if you like
rabbits.
Nintendo, you like Ubisoft, you like Mario, you like Rabbids from Rayman, it's just more of the same from the first game they did. It's like a party game. It looks quite fun to mess around with. I'm pretty sure it'll because it's Mario. It's only going to be on the Switch. I think at that point we may have missed that trailer, so I rewatched it. But it'll be Switch. There was no there was no other kind of Switch announcements as such. But we'll go into that in the third episode when we talk about Nintendo a bit more. But yeah, that was kind of it for that game. Did they give a release date? I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
Uh,
We forgot. We apologize. We forgot most of these things.
it's been a few days, but like I said, we're just here to have an informal chat. I will quickly do a Googlings. You can hear me type away if you can.
I shall distract you so you do not hear the typing.
We're so professional. We're so professional. It's because it's a game we weren't particularly interested in when we was talking about it.
It's a very niche kind of audience.
Oh, it's called Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. It's coming to Nintendo Switch in 2022. There's no official date. Um,
Uh,
Kingdom Battle Sequel revealed. It's called, and there's a lot of customization apparently planned for it. And it's just like something about the energy of the sparks plunging the galaxy into chaos. I mean, who plays this game to the plot? It's literally a party game.
hmm.
But yeah, look, it looks fun. I'm not massively into Mario, but I know a lot of people are. So it is there. It is another Nintendo Ubisoft game coming. So that was like a surprise, but one that was like predictable. As I said, it was leaked before, so yeah, a lot of people weren't surprised. Um, the second to last thing we're going to mention is the Ubisoft obviously make Assassin's Creed. Valhalla came out last year, and they planned two DLCs. There was Wrath of the Druids and Siege of Paris. They also did some free updates. Well, now they've announced a third DLC and potentially more in a season 2 or year 2 DLC season pass thing, and more free updates. So all they know so far, they did a teaser trailer, and it looks like you go to Hell with Odin and Loki. What's the Nordic version of Hell? Is it Hela? Hell?
Yeah, hella.
Because that I think she'll most likely be in it because obviously if you watch Thor Ragnarok, you know who that is. If you're not familiar with it,
Or if you know
And
anything about the Marvel universe or even just Nordic
yeah,
mythology.
yeah, I love Nordic mythology, but I've only got into it because of MCU. Like I really like that in God of War, but I'm happy because I've not finished Valhalla because it's so big. There's a lot of it. Not all of it's good. Most of it's very good, and there's parts of it that are problem. Like I said, Ubisoft games they're normally very good with some flaws. They're never masterpieces. I've not played the Wrath of the Druids, which is out now, and the Siege of Paris comes out summer in August, I think. So that's the second DLC, and these ones will come in 2022. And there's going to be some more free updates until I think it was November 22nd. They round it off for, I think they said, and yeah, it's just more good Valhalla stuff. So if you're really into Valhalla, you're really into Nordic stuff, you're really into Assassin's Creed, it's just more of that. They're not announcing a new Assassin's Creed. That didn't happen. I don't think anyone expected it to. I
Nah.
will I would say next year you'll get more DLC. Maybe they'll announce a new Assassin's Creed towards the end of next year. That will probably take a year or two to come out. So the next one will probably be 2023, 2024, if that's what you're looking for, if you didn't like Valhalla. But yeah, it's whether you like Ubisoft or not. Uh, I know there's the whole shop fiasco and the buying arms and all that, and I don't always agree with it, but I just like the games. I was a massive fan of Odyssey, and I prefer Odyssey to Valhalla, but Valhalla is still good. So I'm glad there's more stuff coming for it. It gives fans something more to play. And they are improving stuff. They brought out mastery challenges that was revealed at E3 and came out like a day later. It's been out like a day now, so it's been 2 or 3 days. And that's like a free DLC where you can do these challenges to earn more stuff, like cosmetics, weapons, all this good stuff. So yeah, they're adding more and more to it. But yeah, that kind of wraps up on the main stuff. And then there was one
One
last
last thing, which we're
surprise.
both excited for.
I didn't know you were excited for this.
I just like rock music.
So Ubisoft years ago, it was about 2012, 2013, they made Rocksmith, and then they brought out the 2014 edition, which kind of it was like a remaster for the next gen consoles, and they added more songs and everything like that. And you're probably thinking, oh, they're making Rocksmith 2. No, 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 no. They're making Rocksmith Plus, which is a subscription-based service to literally learn how to play guitar. It's not, by the trailer and what they showed, it's not as open-ended as you will, learn. You will literally have a song, you'll play the song, and you'll learn the song, and that's how you learn guitar. This is a serious musical tool to learn guitar, like chords, blues riffs, pentatonic scale, all that kind of stuff. I'm not sure if they're actually going to put songs into this or whether they'll link it back to the other game. But it looks like more of a learning tool, which I'm cool for because I'm happy for as well because I learned to play years ago, like self-taught a lot of the stuff. Couldn't afford lessons, so the fact that you can literally get a teacher online through a game is great. For
And
any
people say video games are a waste of time.
Exactly. Like it's
Which
basically
suck
an
at that.
online teacher and it'll help me brush back up to speed and learn some new stuff. And then hopefully if they do bring songs out, like I said, there's not a lot of details at the minute. They just said it's coming. They didn't even say 2022. They just said a Rocksmith Plus subscription thing is coming, like a plan. And they're trying to do something different with it. And there was a really cool trailer for it with people like, playing all kinds of different guitars. What I would like to see from it is maybe you can learn like a similar thing. You could learn keyboard, learn drums, but I don't know the technicalities of how to do that via a game. Obviously, guitar you kind of plug it in via the amp USB. Keyboard you could do the same. Drum kit would be a bit more difficult because you need an electronic drum kit. But
Yeah.
there's room for them to explore, I guess, with this. Once they've got the subscription in place, they can just add to it. It'll be like a live service. So I was expecting Rocksmith 2 to come at some point, but we got this, and I think this is probably better because it will help teach a lot more people guitar or brush back up on it or learn something new. And then if they don't necessarily have songs to play on it all the time, you've still got the old game you can take your skills to. So
Mm.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have songs to learn on it. I just don't think it's going to be like you buy it for the music, you buy it for the teaching, and then you maybe get a pack of basic songs and you have to buy more. But it's music, so it's a bit difficult. Music licenses always incur costs, so um, again, it's probably going to be something you can't really stream either because Rocksmith is a bit of a dodgy one for that. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
DMCA and all that.
Ubisoft. That was kind of Ubisoft. There was a lot of other small little things. We probably missed the odd thing, but they were the major players and the major hits. We'll be doing 3 of these episodes, like we said. There'll be today is Ubisoft. We'll do an Xbox and Bethesda one, which is going to be the meaty, chunky one. That's going to be a longer episode. There's a lot.
Xbox is gonna be so thick.
That's where we were like Xbox is one E3. Like spoiler, you'll realize
Yes, that's a spoiler.
if you haven't seen the news, which you more than likely have seen some stuff, but not everything. There's lots to cover in the next episode, but I was fairly happy. Ubisoft did well. Ubisoft definitely came second in the running. If they would have announced a few more things and had like a better overall show, I would have been for it. I know they did something with Just Dance, but again, I'm not interested in Just Dance.
They've always got cringe stuff going on.
And it's always super cringe, so if you want to look into that, you can. But yeah, it's just the kind of regulars with Ubisoft, and then an odd surprise. The Avatar thing was a big surprise, to be honest, and Rocksmith was a nice surprise, and the rest were just kind of, yeah, they come in, I'll try them out. There was nothing stunning. Whereas, like I said, next time we're talking about Xbox, there'll be a lot to go over. There's a lot of big surprises, a lot of things we expected to come that looked awesome, some indie things, a lot of cool sequels, lots to cover. And then on our 3rd episode, we'll do Square Enix, which had a big surprise, some other stuff we want to go over, and Nintendo, which had a few little things, but not major. And they'll be the big players we go over. Obviously, there was PC Gamer, Capcom, Bandai, Koch. There's loads of others, but we can't cover everything, so we're just covering the big people. And obviously, Sony didn't go. So we are.
We might do a special segment for Sony when they eventually do this.
Yeah, they'll be doing their own thing.
We probably will because that's probably going to be quite a few things to go over.
That would be like a Minisode state of play in July because they're doing something in July. They're not attached to E3 anymore. Yeah, that's everything for this Minisode. We will catch you in the next one. Like I said, normal episodes always come, all 4 of us, at the end of the month, guys. This is just a little thing we're trying out for E3. If you like it, let us know. Watch the next 2. Feedback, comment, like, share. It all helps us. We're also on Spotify. Our first episode is on Spotify. We're going to upload more episodes as we go. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye from me.
And goodbye from me.